So yesterday we did a lot. We were able to get down 2 hours, 33 hours and 5 minutes on that timer. I'm getting it into the place where I can have agents working while I sleep. We were able to take all of the transcripts of every single coaching call that I've done over the last year, and then we were able to essentially turn those into we took the transcripts, we identified seeds, lesson seeds, and seed clusters. We took those clusters, deduped them, consolidated them, and then put it into an outline. Then we had essentially an AI agent go to the outline, find the lesson 1.1 on what the topic's going to be about, reference the seeds that would be there, and then it would go directly to those seeds and transcript stuff. And then if it needed extra context or an extra quote or something that was said verbatim, then it could go to the transcript itself and then extract all of that and then write a lesson and then move on to the next lesson and the next lesson. So then from A to Z, it was done. Claude and ChatGPT were then reading all those lessons and then looking at a couple of different quality gates to make sure that there was enough meat on the bone for those lessons to actually matter, to consolidate anything that felt sparse or light, and then get rid of anything that felt redundant that we could just fold in. And then we reorganized it all, take the 198 raw lessons, and then turn those into, it looks like 83 video units. And those are scripts that are folded end to end. And then it actually follows a curriculum structure of 30 days. I woke up this morning to a morning report, completed and passed 198 raw lessons, turned into 83 video units, 68 newly written final scripts, woven from their source lessons with chapter breaks, and 15 already live units stubbed so the generator skips them. Then we got worksheets. We have contradictions reconciled, and then the report surfaced to me this morning on what was done. A year's worth of content distilled end to end, step by step. It's got to be the best program ever, because like it goes from everywhere. Here, let me try to read it out to you guys. Like it goes, yeah, the agent was cooking last night. So essentially we have orientation and then beliefs, understanding the model itself and what you should be doing and what you shouldn't. And it goes into picking a market that actually pays, how to conduct market research, how to use all the AI tools available to find a winning niche. From there, you take all that psychographic and demographic research, consolidate that into a yes offer where it's very easy to get a yes, and we scope the fulfillment. So you have 2 paths, a partner that you can partner with to do the fulfillment, or you can use AI or a combination of the two. Then we get all the infra setups, payment processing, emails showing you how to get everything established. And then you launch your engine. Then we have an outbound department that isn't in the curriculum yet, but it's going to be pretty much a self-marketing thing where we just have AI agents conducting outreach for you, qualifying full SDR pipeline and the books to your calendar. From there, you show up and we have a whole master class on closing and lead gen and appointment setting and sales tactics and onboarding and retaining and all the AI stuff as well. And secrets to scaling stuff, joint ventures and partnerships to get inbound. How do you hire? How do you train and retain talent? Woven in there are fundamentals of using a lot of language around AI right now where people are trying to make it sound harder to learn than it actually is. Learning the fundamentals works. As soon as you learn the fundamentals, then every tool, widget, gadget thing out there, it just becomes way less interesting. You could take Claude Code, and if you understand Claude Code, context window management, what skills are, and what workspaces are, and routines and / commands, you're so far ahead already, people. So yeah, it teaches the basics of that. And then now you can do like really cool shit. Like what I'm doing now, I'm running stuff overnight locally, and then I'm gonna get a bunch of VPSs because now I have all the pieces in place. And then another thing, I built an MCP connector. It works, which is cool. I don't know if I need it though. And this is where it's more of a strategy decision because what I have today works. And honestly, the UX is better than an MCP. Our whole thing is you download our launcher. It prompts you to put in a token. You paste the token that we gave you, and then it just works. That's it. It automatically does it. Literally download folder, open the folder in Claude Code, and then it just works. So pretty tough to beat. So there's a couple different ways of doing it. Yeah, I have it, which is very nice that I have that now, which is like the official standardized protocol that everybody's utilizing, but there's some shortcomings on it. You can't use hooks or code. You might be able to do it server side. This is where stretching my understanding. I have 5 ideas on how to do this. It's just like, what's the better engineering? All I care about is just UX. Like I want it to be the minimum amount of button clicks required for them to get their desired outcome. That's it. Plans today, we are going to continue our 48-hour journey to Nirvana. We are going to look at the ads again because I have new ads that are getting sales, but it's one sale on each one. And then Facebook was completely down yesterday. And we're not having any breakout winners, which is super weird. And my guess is if we take anything that's getting sales right now and we consolidate them and then we laser beam some ad budget at it, maybe it finally gets enough throughput to pop off. Because right now I don't know if the throughput's adequate to optimize. Just a guess. And then we still have 17 other ads in the chamber that we need to launch. I just don't want to fracture it any more than it is. So I'm going to take a look at that, see if I have a playbook for consolidating, see if there's anything there, and then queue up all those ads and probably draft it for go on either tomorrow midnight or tonight midnight and just see where it takes us and then raise the budgets. Because we got to get more sales. And then we're going to launch this and we're going to wire it all up so that we're good to go with the videos and then the video generator. I ran a test yesterday where I made the first lesson and it was really good. I have to admit, I toyed with using Descript and just doing a voiceover through this mic and then an MCP. And gotta be honest, the AI kind of kicked my ass on it. The 11 Labs render of my voice sounds better. In terms of audio quality, maybe inflection and voice dynamic, it might be lacking, but barely. It would be a marginal gain to go through and record all of this. So I'm just going to let it run. So we're going to wire that puppy up. We're going to run it on a loop. And then it's just going to go one by one through all 83 video scripts that I have. And then also, how are you guys hitting your usage limits? I don't know if I have magic powers or maybe it's because I'm on the max plan, but genuinely, how the hell do you guys hit limits? Because I've been running ridiculous amounts I'm at 53% of my 7-day and it resets in 4 hours. I've literally not had Claude, multiple instances of Claude, at least 4 or 5 running all day doing different things. So I don't know how that works. Percent of my usage came from sub-agent runs, just using Opus and Ultra code. So I don't know. It might be the methodology that I landed on with good structure. And maybe that's why, because it only loads the context that it needs. If you want to know how to do that, it's in the material that we release. Videos, done. MCP, done. Ads, done. Launching, scaling. We're going to put all of our energy into our outbound AI fulfilled service and get that up to par and then figure out what that looks like for VPS, configure that for the students, and then we launch that. Then they will have 83 videos of content step by step and a bunch of AI tools to make it a self-marketing, self-fulfilling offer. Then we'll get a bunch of winners and then we'll close some deals and then I will stop stressing. Anyways, those are the thoughts. Hopefully it's somewhat cohesive. We're going to start the timer and we're going to do all that. We're not going to stop until it's done. Then I can focus on sales because then I know the product finally phenomenal. And just with those couple offers, with those AI fulfilled services that we built and they run autonomously 24/7 and you can sell them as a service at 10x the price. Who can do that? Who's got that? I don't know anybody that's got that. So anyways, assiduity, as Mr. Warren Buffett would say, and assiduity means you put your ass in a chair and you just start doing it. So that's what I'm going to do. Catch you in the next one.